Good morning, Passion for Pets who is driving. Good morning, Guppy Puppies. Oh, it's too early. Why do I do this to myself at like 9 o'clock in the morning? Which means I get up at 8 because I am one of those people who doesn't like to be late to anything ever for any reason. So I can't just get up like half an hour early. I have to be up like an hour early just to be sure, because I have to make sure that I'm dressed and my hair is somewhat brushed. And I make my coffee and I do my fish chores, and then I literally sit here for an hour because I'm so efficient that I have that much extra time. Good morning, Silver Street Bettas. How is everybody doing? Happy December. It is December. We have decorated for Christmas in my house, and I am so excited about it. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Christmas just because I hate surprises. Absolutely hate them. Waiting for presents for Christmas is the worst thing. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But I love Christmas cookies, and I love decorating for Christmas. It's almost my favorite part of the year, the twinkly lights, especially. My favorite part is buying stocking stuffers because I can't. I love buying stupid little presents, things that like nobody ever buys themselves but are funny or cute or whatever. I love buying stocking stuffers. Aww. Me too. Me too, on both accounts. We decorated this week. My husband was out of town because he works out of town every other week. And so he was out this week, and my daughter was like, can we not do geometry and instead put up the Christmas tree? So I was like, sure. She took 2 days cleaning out our downstairs library, setting up the tree and decorating it and putting twinkly lights on the banister to the upstairs, and we went and hung our stockings, and she was so proud of herself. It was adorable. So we are all ready. I can't wait for Christmas. But for me, it's all about buying the stocking stuffers. I don't know, it's my favorite thing. I hate buying actual presents for people because I am a terrible gifter. I can't. I'm really, really bad at it. I usually tell my husband, I'm like, just give me a list, tell me what you want. Like, specifically, you must tell me exactly what you want and I'll go get it. But like, I can't with just buying people presents. I'm terrible. Chocolate. I'm allergic to chocolate, but I love it. Let's see, Passion for Pets says, we have some lights up in a couple windows, but that was a cheat because they were up all year. That's the way to do it. If I could, I would leave Christmas lights up year round. Everywhere, because I just love them. They're beautiful. Ooh, games. That's what I'm getting for Christmas too. Last year, I asked for Christmas. I was like, don't buy me anything. Just give me the money that would have been allocated towards my gifts, and it's going towards fish funds. And that is how I funded my fish room. And I've made it last an entire year. And I'm still happy about it. That was a good decision. Because now I have a huge fish room with like 17 tanks. But this year I was like, just buy me Sims game stuff. Because I love The Sims. So my husband bought me all of the expansion packs. I already know about it because he had to buy them ahead of time. That is a smart idea, Silverstream Bettas. I accumulated my jars over the course of an entire year. It's taken forever, and I still have a bunch out in my loft that I need to go wash and cut. We did it by, normally we would buy like sodas and stuff throughout the weeks of the year. And so I made sure that anytime I personally bought a drink of juice or soda or something, I would buy it in like a 2-liter bottle. So for this entire year, every time we went shopping, I would come home with like 2 liters of things. And I wash them and I cut them and I use them for jars because it's cheap. There's a sound outside my door. I think it's my husband. Hello, person. I hear you laughing. He's trolling me. Let's see. Passion for Pets says, instead of buying for each other, hubby and I are going to Chicago for a couple of days right before Christmas. Gonna go to the Shed Aquarium in medieval times. Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. I love aquariums. And also, medieval anything is awesome. I'm so jealous. Let's see. Silver Stream Beta says, I only have 3 and they're like $4 to $5 each. Gonna have to cut some pop balls. Yep, that's what we did. We buy milk in our 1-gallon jugs, soda in 2 liters, and juice in 1-gallon jugs. And we just have like an assortment of them. I will say I prefer the 2 liters for soda though, even though they're kind of flimsy, because the way they hold water is more up and down, and you can leave like a lot of space at the top so bettas don't jump out, and the water isn't quite as shallow. I'm deciding that I kind of like them more, although I do appreciate the handles on the juice jugs. My cat is stalking the door. Good morning, Petsotics. We're just talking about Christmas and jars and fish rooms and I don't know, stuff. We never have a morning topic. We just hang out and have fun. Good morning, Dee. You made it today. Relatively on time. I'm so proud of you. We were talking about decorating for Christmas. We've decorated and I'm happy and I'm excited and I love twinkly lights. My cat's staring at the door now. I don't trust him. You can't go out. You committed. You live here now. We did have some stuff happen this week, you guys. Dun, dun, dun. I haven't made a video because I am a lazy YouTuber. But we did have stuff happen this week. Sick fish. We have sick fish. For the first time in ages. We had a guppy appear 2 days ago with dropsy. Only one that's sick in the entire tank. So I don't think it's bacterial or viral or something because everybody else would be sick. Just this one very pregnant, very dropsy guppy. I think it's just like the stress of being pregnant and who knows, maybe genetics, I don't know. But I pulled her, let's see, I left her isolated but in her tank with the rest of the guppies for a day just to see how she would do. Because I was like, well, she's obviously not transferring anything to anybody because nobody else is ill. Let's see how she does on her own because she was still really active. So I left her for a day. Her dropsy didn't progress and she was still super, super active. Not eating, but super, super active. So I was like, okay. And then last night I checked on her and you could see some blood under her skin on her side. Not like a sore or a lesion or anything. It just looked like a broken blood vessel. So I'm wondering if one of the males beat her up really bad and that's what caused the swelling and the fluid retention. So I pulled her out yesterday and she is sitting over in the window, which is why I keep looking over there, in a little 32-ounce cup filled with tank water, methylene blue, and I threw in some Paragard just to be safe, you know, parasites. And she's still doing okay. She's still active. She's still got dropsy. She's pine coning less today than she was yesterday. But she's still active and not eating, so I don't know. We're just gonna like leave her in there. I'm gonna change her water today and get her some clean water and throw in some more methylene blue, but she seems to be doing all right. I thought about giving her antibiotics, but since none of the other fish are sick, I don't think that's the problem. So I guess we're just gonna play by ear and see what happens. Oh, we had other sick fish too. I don't know what's happening this week. I really don't. We have, I'm trying to remember their numbers now because I know my fish by numbers. Number 94, one of our betta fry that we're growing out, he is having swim bladder issues. So I'm going to have to address that today. Probably stick him in some methylene blue and give him some time out and some clean water. It is jar cleaning day, so I don't know what his issue is. He's never had that issue before, so I don't know. We're just going to see if I can fix it. Good morning, Koi. Let's see. And we have one other fish that's acting really weird. And I have my suspicions, but I haven't confirmed it yet. Number 62. Yes, I've memorized my fish by their numbers. Our betta number 62, we've noticed over the last 4 days or so, when you throw food in with him, he's the only fish in the entire room that doesn't zoom after the food. The only one. You could throw it in and he doesn't notice. He just sits there in his corner. And at first I was like, oh gosh, is he not eating? I better watch. So I started paying more attention to him. And we've discovered over the last 4 days that when you feed him, not only does he not zoom after the food, but if you wait like 2 minutes, he will slowly wander over to the food and like nose over it, and then he'll eat one, and then he'll nose over it a little more, and he'll eat another piece. And we think, haven't pulled him out to look at him yet, so I'm not positive. I think he's blind because he only seems to go after the food once he can smell it, and he has trouble finding it. So we'll see. He is a cellophane half moon with some white scaling, and he has very light colored eyes. But I don't know, I feel like he might be blind. So we're gonna like pull him out and get a good look at him today and see if there's something going on with his eyes, because it's just really weird. Let's see, Silverstream Betta says, my one betta is not doing well. He hasn't been eating and resting a lot still. Time to do another water change and replace all the leaves, hoping that'll help. Already medicated. Sorry, I'm trying to read behind my camera. I have my monitor set up here, and my camera is right here. So I have this much text space to read. So if you see me going like this, that's why. I'm trying to figure out what people are saying. Your poor fish. I hope he does okay. Bettas are so finicky. They really are. All of my other ones are doing okay. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with them. We did set up a new project this week. Woo! Good morning, Jordan. So we started our guppy project in here with about 12. Was it 12? I think so. 12 guppies originally of various colors, just assorted guppies we got at Petco. And over the course of this entire year, we're almost at a year now. We moved into this house December 22nd. So like literally almost an entire year. We've only had one guppy show up. That is a blonde-bodied, yellow snakeskin with a lace tail. Pure yellow, head to tail. Only one. I noticed him because he looked so cool the first time I saw him. But since then, we've taken a look at all of our tanks and in all of the probably thousands of guppies we have in here at this point. He is the only one with that combination of colors. I think it's super, super recessive. I know the blonde bodies are recessive because after breeding these guys for a year, I know it's recessive. I know the yellow color is sort of recessive. Definitely, because my reds take over everything. But I know the snakeskin pattern seems to be dominant. So we're going to try really hard to breed more of these guys. Because he's so pretty. I love him so much. So we set up a tank this week. And if you've been stalking my Instagram, you will have seen it. With our little yellow dude. And he has a harem of 6 blonde-bodied, yellow-tailed females. We're going to try really, really hard to get more of him because he's so pretty. Only one. Only one in the entire fish room. Now I gotta catch up on chat. Let's see. Silver Stream Beta says, one of my fried is cellophane with black eyes, but really red reflective shine to them. He looks albino, it's weird. That's cool. We have a couple of the cellophanes with super, super black button eyes, but I don't think we have any with red. That's neat. Okay, now I'm all caught up. So how did everybody's week go? Did anybody have anything cool happen? I've just been dealing with all of our sick fish and our new betta project. I have somebody coming over either today or tomorrow, I'm not sure, to buy 50 guppies. 50. I'm excited. I'm so glad to get rid of guppies. I don't charge much for my guppies, so it's going to be like $10. But I'm happy to get rid of 50 guppies because you guys have seen my tanks. I have so many guppies. So many. Our baby snails are finally big enough. We can tell what color they are. And I've seen some blues, some jades, some golds, some ivories. I think I saw some magentas and some purples. So, pretty colors coming. Hopefully by the end of winter. Let's see. Silver Stream Betta says, I've been sleeping during the day mostly. I do that too, because I'm old and I need naps. Not much new. Got 2 new bettas. Ooh, but one died shortly after I got him. He had some kind of ocular disorder and his body was shaped weird. But his colors, oh my god. I can read, I swear. Oh, that's sad that he died. That does happen quite often after you initially get a fish, though. That's terrible. Oh, he was light blue and purple and super metallic. Oh, that sounds so pretty. Did you get pictures? Let's see a picture. Ooh, nice. That's a nice find. White gold veil tail with good form and consistency. Yes, comment them. I want to see. I love seeing other people's bettas because no 2 bettas look alike. And they're so unique personality-wise. We definitely have our favorites in this fish room just based off personality. My favorite fish in here is not one of the prettiest ones. It's just, I love her personality so much I can't even. It's Rika. I love Rika. She's our pineapple Dumbo. I don't even like Dumbos. And I'm not too much of a fan of the pineapple look either. but oh my god, she's so aggressive and so hilarious and super intelligent. She's the one fish in here that you go over to her tank and you could just tell she's thinking when she looks at you like a velociraptor from Jurassic Park. So I just absolutely love her. No. We have a couple really, really pretty ones from our last spawn that just kill me because their fins are spectacular and their coloring is so great, but they have stupid body forms. We have one that is a steel blue rose tail male with about 1/2 inch of black lace finnage butterfly, but he's got a bit of a spoon head. But God, his fins are so beautiful. I'm really sad about his head because oh my God, he is a gorgeous fish. His color is so pretty. His finnage is like so beautiful, but it's got a stupid dip in his head. I'm hoping he'll find a good home at some point. We got a lot in our second spawn of the year. The first spawn, we didn't get any spoonheads. But our second spawn, I don't know which parent is responsible for it. I'm going to find them. But out of our Jumin and Ponyo spawn, probably, I don't know, 1/3 of the fry had some sort of spoonhead. Most of them, it's not really noticeable. It's a really shallow spoon. But we have a couple, like that stupid rose tail that I love so much, that just, you look at them and you're like, oh, honey, your face. Can you show us your tanks? I show you guys my tanks every stream. Yeah, I'll take you around. Not much has changed, but I don't mind. Let me unplug you. Oh, there's an emo down here. Emo is hanging out in here. That cannot be the most comfortable place to be. So we have 17 tanks in here. This one, where is he? I'm trying to spot. This is Moo Cow. There he is. He is our, well, he was supposed to be a koi, and then he randomly decided to turn almost completely black. Emo, would you like out? Goodbye. Goodbye, my friend. Cats. And then this is his female, who is a little koi, named Ba Sheep, because Moo Cow needed a girlfriend named Ba Sheep. Let me get around this ladder I have in here for doing water changes. This is Kirito. He is ill. He is camera shy. He does not like me. He runs to the back of the tank, so that's about as good as you're gonna get. Sophie is right here. She is a pastel metallic blue and white marble. She's so cute. I love Sophie. Jumin. He is our steel blue rose tail. Come here, Jumin. He's like, nope, you don't have food. I'm not. Ponyo, who is hiding back there in her plants. She was a koi when we got her and is now just a beautiful deep red because I can't have nice things like kois. She is the mother of our second spawn. And then down here we have Zen. There he is. He is a turquoise and red butterfly marble half moon. And he is so pretty and spunky. And then this is his daughter, Rem. Let's see. Bogus. She is a turquoise half moon with some red wash. She's like, no, I'm just gonna hang here where you can't see me. Hi, Rem. Down here we have our guppy project going on. So this is that beautiful yellow male, which is too washed out by this light, and all of his girlfriends. And we are going to try really, really hard to get more of him because he is so pretty. He's got a slight metallic green and blue iridescence to his snakeskin pattern. So pretty. Kumori, our fish from Jordan, is over here. She is so fat. This girl. She's such a short body, but she just eats so much. Look at that belly on her. She's so fat. And that's just purely food. Down here we have Rika. Hey, Rika. She knows we're here. This is our smart fish. She's stalking us because she thinks we have food. Rika, would you come out from the duckweed, please? What are you doing down there? There she is. She's our pineapple Dumbo. And next to her we have Seiran, who is a white metallic Dumbo half moon. Or no, not half moon. He is a rose tail. Hey, Seiran. Hey, buddy. Your fins are looking terrible. Quit biting them, please. He's pretty personable. We have our snail eggs hatching here. And then we have Tomoe, if I can find him. Tomoe. I've got them trained pretty well. So usually, if they think I'm gonna feed them, they'll come over. Oh, I see him. Here he comes. Come here, Tomoe. There you are, buddy. He is also a pastel metallic half moon, but he's getting a lot of red in him, and he has completely ripped up his fins. He keeps chewing them off. You little booger. He's gotten a lot of red in his pattern recently. But, oh, look at his fins. Oh, I can't stand it. And then we have guppies. And more guppies. And a Daphnia bucket. And yet more guppies. These are all our snake skins. And this is where we keep all of our itty bitty tiny baby snails that are growing out. There's several hundred in here right now. And then this side, more guppies. These are all our babies and our grown-up breeding snails. So these are all the big ones. Hi, little tiny fishies. Oh, I see one that needs to be moved out. There's a snake skin in here hanging out. He grew up and got his colors. Time to pull him. And this is our experiment we've been running with literally just crud water out of one of the tanks. The snails are all hanging out at the top this morning because I moved their air line over. but it's literally like an inch or two of crud off the bottom of a tank, some water, some Daphnia, a couple of plants, and a bunch of ram's horns. And so far so good. This is our sick fish. Our dropsy guppy is hanging out in here somewhere. Not sure where. But she's in there. She's just hard to spot in all the blue. And then we have some Daphnia going over here in the window. And that is our fish room. It is a mess. It is full of fish tanks. I live here. Don't look at my messy desk. And then we have a whole nother room that is dedicated to our jars. So many fish. So many. Our Daphne are doing good. Now that I'm back at the chatted, I need to catch up. Same as usual, keeping them in the crud water and not changing their water at all seems to keep them alive. So I don't know. It's so weird because everybody was like, you know, keep their water pristine, have a filter in there, do frequent water changes, and only feed them this, but only a little of this. And I've completely thrown all those instructions out the window, and my Daphne are doing much better. So in my limited experience, you know, they do just fine in absolute filth. I mean, this is like stupidly high nitrate water. They should not be alive, but they are. Where's my guppies? Those giant tubs. So many guppies. Like, I don't even know. We have someone coming to buy 50 of them today, and that's not even going to make a dent. It's hundreds upon hundreds. Let's see. Reading through chat really quick. What do I keep in the white pots? I'm looking. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Oh, the white pots inside the tanks. Those are our filters. We have jar filters that we made. So they're basically little tiny plastic containers, and we fill the bottom with lava rocks, and the layer over that is filter floss, and then we put an uptake tube in the middle and throw an airline in, and it, as the bubbles from the airline rise up, it sucks water into the lava rocks where all the beneficial bacteria is and works as a filter, like a sponge filter, except not. I'm not creative either. Passion for pets. My daughter is to blame for most of the fish names in here. We decided to name all of our fish from different fandoms. So most of our fish in here are named after anime characters from things she watches. Except for Moo Cow and Ba Sheep. They are named that because Moo Cow originally looked like a cow, and Ba Sheep because Ba Sheep went with Moo Cow. And we have all of their tanks labeled after their fandoms as well. So Moo Cow's tank is called Meow. I'll explain in a second. And Ba Sheep's tank is called Beep, because beep beep goes the sheep, meow meow goes the cow. It's a meme. Good morning, Cichlid King Aquatics. Welcome to our morning live stream where we talk about absolutely nothing and just like hang out, drink coffee, and enjoy each other's company for an hour. Because we all need a break from life. Aww. I haven't named any of our babies in the other room. They're all named after their spawn numbers. So you will frequently hear me call them like number 62, number 94. Yes, I still have their numbers memorized. I only know of, usually when I sell them to other people, they tell me their names. So then they switch in my mind from numbers to actually having names. I'm so glad people send me their names when they buy their fish. Because I'm like, yes, now I know what you're called. Instead of just calling them a number forever. Because that's not good. You should have a name. But it's just easier because, like, I have 108 fish in that other room. Well, I remember you talking about Blinky. That's so cute. That's so cute. I want to see a picture of Blinky. I want to see his weird little eye. I can't even. We have some cool ones in our other room. We have a couple that have like one blue eye and one black eye. A couple of really cool color patterns. My favorite is Spectacles. It's the only fish in that room with a name. I forget his number. I literally don't know his number, which is weird because usually I memorize that. But we have one fish who is a pastel metallic. So he is cellophane with white metallic, but it's not opaque enough to be a dragon. It's just white metallic, so pastel metallic. He also has black marbling, but only a little bit. He's got 2 spots on his tail, and then he has clear black rings around his eyes that extend down to his nose, so it looks like he has glasses on. It's the cutest little fish. So we call him Spectacles, because it always looks like he's wearing glasses. I'm tempted to take you guys to go see him because he's so cute. I love Spectacles. He's my little buddy. I've learned to identify them from their patterns pretty well. So like, because I have to spend a lot of time with your fish, you always should, just to observe them and see what's going on with them. But I change their water every other day in there, so I always make it a point when I'm changing their water to stop and take a minute to like look at them and make sure they're okay. And I've just started to learn to identify them by their patterns. I'll take you to go see him. He's so cute. Let's see. Let's go out. Out of the room. You want to see my messy loft? We are moving furniture this week. Yeah, stuff everywhere. Hi, Bella. Good morning, my daughter. So, I was doing water changes in here, as you can tell. These are our jars. This is our spare room. Here's the bed that we have not put together. There's an emo. More babies. Here is that stupid rose tail I love so much that has a spoon head. Look at his head. Turn your face, little spoon head. His fins are so pretty. His color is so gorgeous. And then he's got a spoon head. Ugh, that face. That's the most ridiculous face, but look at his fins. Oh, he's so pretty. Let's see if I can find Spectacles. I'm not sure where we have him sitting right now. I think he's down here. In fact, let me look really, really quick. Spectacles. Oh, there you are. He's number 29. That's what his name is. Come here, buddy. Don't freak out. Let us see your face. If you'll come towards the camera. Really? Really, buddy? He's like, I don't want you to see my face. Don't laugh at my glasses. He's like, no. But he's got little black rings around his eyes and just around his nose. And so it looks like he's wearing little spectacles. He's the most ridiculous little fish. I love him so much. He's so silly looking. Spectacles is the best. Oh, here's our little fish we're treating today. This is number 94, and he's got swim bladder issues this morning. He also has one gill plate that sticks out all the time because he overflares at everything. See, he's floating a little bit. And then this is number 62, the one that never wants to eat, who I think is blind. You'll notice he's a very pale fish. So we gotta check him out and get him all taken care of. We have some pretty ones in this group. They need homes after Christmas. But we have some really, really nice pretty ones. I love these pastels. They always look iridescent. We have a bunch of these speckled little koi people. Fish, whatever. I speak English. I love her spots. And she's got just the hint of metallic blue on her tail in a little starburst pattern. Oh my gosh, we have like 4 with their gill plates stuck out. They don't enjoy their life. I love this girl. Her fins are so pretty. They're like a white lace pattern. They're very cellophane in the middle, but then it's got the really highly metallic edges on it. She's so pretty. But yeah, we still have a ton of these guys. We have some really, really nice females. And then we got this guy with a stupid face. I'm so mad about his face. It's so messed up. But his fins are so pretty. Why? Why must that happen? We have a couple other really pretty ones too, though. This one has really nice, let's see if I can get him in any semblance of being able to be seen. He's got wild spots in his dorsal that are just gorgeous. He is also a rose tail. I like him. And then somewhere, I don't know where he is, we have one that is almost completely black. Oh, he's somewhere in this mess. He is a black rose tail. I'm looking. But he has red koi spots. Is that him? That's him. I love this guy. He's a very, very dark black with the tiniest shimmer of blue. And then red koi spots in his finnage. He too has a little bit of a spoon head. Sad face. But he's so pretty. I love his coloring. I just wish he didn't have spoon head. Oh well, they'll make some nice pets for some people. But not good breeders. Not out of that group. There's a couple of really, really nice, pretty females, but my child is sitting on the floor. Hello, Mara.
Hi.
You petting Buffy? Hey, Buff.
Finally became the season to wear my bell earrings.
Back to the fish room. So, yeah. Spectacles is adorable. I'm sad about the spoon heads. Hey, you guys can see yourself. There we go. Set you back up. But, oh, the spoon heads. I hate them. I hate them. Why? Why must it happen to the most beautiful of fish? Genetics, man. Every once in a while you get one that's just so pretty, but has that one really bad fault where you're just like, why? Why? And it's not so bad when it's a color pattern, as long as the shape of the fish is fine. Because you're like, well, I can breed him and, you know, use his form. But when they have pretty colors and a terrible form, you're just like, no, what a waste. It's so pretty. Oh, I can't wait to breed bettas again. I really want to after winter. Hopefully when we get rid of all of these bettas that we have, because there's a lot of them. But I have a couple of pairs I'd really like to do. I'd love to do moo cow and boss sheep because I really want some more koi marbles because they're beautiful. We got really lucky with our koi. It seems like most of them have very defined patterns and they're holding them really well. It's taking them a very long time to get the red in their pattern, so chances are they're gonna hold really well. But like they have the freckling Dalmatian-y like spots that are like super well defined, that you really want on a koi. So I'm excited about that. We haven't had, let's see, other than moo cow, we haven't had any change their pattern drastically and like transform into a full color. I think moo cow is basically the only one. All of the other ones are holding their pattern really nice. So I'm hoping if we breed them again, maybe we'll get some more of that really nice patterning and continue on with that line. I'd also really like to see Ron, our white Dumbo male. I'd really like to see his children, but I don't think it's going to happen. We've tried to breed him a couple of times and he just was not interested. And who's the other pair? I'd really like to see Kumori bred because she's our little black plakat and she's the only plakat we have. And I would really like to just mess around with her genetics, throw her in Kirito because he is our steel rose tail, but he has black lacing on the edge of his fins, butterfly. I'd like to see if I could get some more darker colored fish out of them. Ooh, yellow. Yeah, see, that's the same thing that happened to moo cow. We picked him out because he had really clearly defined patterning that was so gorgeous. He had almost black tiger stripes down his side and he was so pretty and we thought, oh, that's the perfect koi pattern. Let's keep him. And then like a month ago, his sides turned completely black and he now has a black and white butterfly tail. So he's still got his patterning on the top of his back, but all the rest of him just turned black out of nowhere. So I don't know. I'm sad about it because he had really pretty colors. Boss Sheep, his girlfriend down there, she's holding her pattern really well. She's one of those ones that's very cellophane and she just has the freckles of black and red. So I'm hoping her pattern stays. If I have to, I'll combine her with one of our more freckly males and see if we can get that koi to stay. Cellophane is tricky. In my experience and from what I've heard from other breeders, cellophane almost always doesn't stay cellophane. It's rare for cellophane to stay. There are ways to get pure cellophane that will stay, but it's when it's not associated with like the marble gene. Because the marble gene creates a lot of cellophanes, but they almost always marble out. But there are other ways of getting cellophane outside of the marble gene. Like if you had a fish that's genetics were, you know, red loss, no red, no other pigments, and it just was genetically pure cellophane, it would probably stay cellophane. But most cellophanes are marbles. We've had, let's see, this group I think is 4 or 5 months old that we have right now, our second group. I think they're 4 months. I think the other group is 5 months. I think so. But we still have some cellophanes 4 months in. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get some pure cellophanes out of this group. We have a lot of weird combinations out of this group just because of the marble gene. We have steels, we have steel marbles, we have kois, we have black and white marbles, we have butterflies in all of the colors. We have red and steel, we have black and red koi. We have, let's see, steel butterflies, black lace and steel butterflies. We have white and black marble butterflies. We have cellophanes. Just a ridiculous array of colors. We have some turquoise and some that are more blue. A lot of steels though. A lot more steels than I was expecting because the parents of that spawn was a steel rose tail and then the koi that turned red. I didn't think we were going to get a lot of steels out of that group because in order to get steel genetically, it's basically a blue fish with some copper tendencies that messes with the colors, and it's recessive. Steel is recessive. So I thought we weren't going to get any, but I'm guessing my koi has some steel recessive genes in her because I think out of that spawn, all but maybe one is steel. We don't have a lot of the other blue colors out of that group. Oh, I just want it to be Christmas. I want it to be Christmas so I can make cookies. A lot of cookies. So many cookies. So many cookies, my neighborhood drowns in cookies. That's my favorite part. I love making cookies for Christmas. It's like holiday tradition. Does anybody else have any cool holiday traditions for Christmas? I recently learned only this year that apparently there is a holiday tradition here in the US that I've never heard of hiding a pickle in the tree. What is that about? I just learned about this year. And somebody's like, yeah, that's a classic American tradition. And I'm like, where? Because I've literally never heard of that tradition before. Yeah, apparently they hide a pickle ornament in the tree, and the first person to find it gets to open a present early or something like that. I'm not too sure because it's the weirdest thing. I heard about it the other day and I was like, what? I've never heard of that in my life, but apparently it is an American tradition. I don't get it. I don't know how it started. I don't know why it's done. I don't know what part of the country they do this in, but apparently it is a thing. You can look it up on the internet about the Christmas pickle. It's so weird. We had to combine Christmas traditions in our family because me and my husband's family are very, very different about how we do Christmas. Because in my family growing up, my parents had 6 kids. I am the youngest of the 6. And so in our family, we opened Christmas presents on Christmas Eve. not Christmas. Christmas morning, we did stockings. And I'm convinced that the reason we did it this way is because there were so many kids and we were so impatient that we needed to open our presents early. But also because Christmas Eve, we always had a Christmas Eve dinner. And so the whole family would show up and we would all open our presents together Christmas Eve. My husband's family opens Christmas presents and Christmas stockings on Christmas. So when we got married, we had to make some compromises. So now we open one Christmas present Christmas Eve, and then everything else on Christmas morning. But we had to sneak in that extra present because I'm not waiting to Christmas to open all my presents. That's just not how it's done. Oh my god, Elf on the Shelf. I can't believe you do that thing. That thing gives me the creeps. Also, I don't really like the message behind it. I didn't know what it was for a great many years. And then I looked into it because I was like, what is this Elf on the Shelf thing? And I don't like it. I don't like the tradition of it and what it represents, so I don't. We don't do the Elf on the Shelf thing. I don't know, there's something creepy about having an elf that's watching you and is to be moved around the house every day leading up to Christmas and is watching to see if you're good or bad. It's just creepy. I don't like it. Oh, that's cute. Christmas PJs on Christmas Eve. Silver Street Bettis, that's the best. She says, me and my mom snuck into my sister's house last year and moved her elf and put googly eyes on all the food in her house. Oh my god, that's great. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. That's hilarious. No, that's good. You only do the fun stuff. Yeah, the other part of it is really creepy. I don't know. I'm not into the whole let's threaten your kids to make them behave. I don't know. It's just not my style. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Oh my god, I have to tell you guys a story of the year my daughter found out Santa wasn't real. Because it was the cutest thing that ever happened. So, like most kids, my family did the whole Santa thing. And my daughter desperately believed in Santa. We made it a tradition every year to make sure he had chocolate milk cookies. Me and my husband split them. And on Christmas, when he ate the cookies, he would leave her a note about, how she did this year. So I would use this really elaborate calligraphy and write out this beautiful letter to her about all the good stuff she'd done that year and how proud Santa was of her. And then he would, sign it at the end and thank her for the cookies. Just a little thing we did every year. And then there came, I think it was 5th grade when we pulled her out. That year she lost a tooth. And she freaked out because she lost it. It was gone. And she was afraid the tooth fairy wasn't going to come. Well, she needn't worry because that day, when the tooth fairy was supposed to come, the tooth fairy didn't because the tooth fairy was out of town. So we decided, since she was in 5th grade, it was about time to tell her that the tooth fairy wasn't real. So sat her down and talked to her about how the tooth fairy was not a real thing, and that we always just gave her money, which she was cool with. And then there was a long pause. She thought about things. She's like, so the Easter Bunny isn't real either, is it? We're like, no, we just give you candy. And she thought some more. And there was an even longer pause. And she said, what about Santa? And I was like, no, honey, Santa is not real. Every year when Santa comes, it's really me and Daddy who buy you presents and put them under the tree and eat the cookies and write you a letter. And she paused again, this really long, drawn out pause, and I thought, oh God, my daughter is going to be upset. And she looks at me, she's like, you lied to me. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. We were trying to, have a fun tradition. Surprise. And she paused again. And she looked at me and she said, thank you. And I was like, what? She's like, you and Daddy buy me all those presents. I thought they were from Santa, but it was from you guys. And you guys got me all of this nice presents that I wanted, all the expensive stuff. And so she said thank you, because she was like really, really grateful that we had gone out of our way to get her all these presents that she thought were magically appearing from Santa. So she was not upset that Santa was not real. She was actually like really grateful. And she's like, oh my gosh, all my stocking stuff. You guys buy all my stocking stuff too? And I'm like, yeah, I usually pick out all your stocking stuff. She's like, oh my God, that's my favorite part. I love my stocking stuff. Thank you. It's like, sweetest little girl ever. So yeah, she wasn't even upset. I thought she was going to be upset. I thought she was going to be really bummed that Santa wasn't real, or she was going to be mad that we lied to her. And she was just like super, super grateful for everything. She's like, thank you guys for buying all of that stuff for me throughout all the years, and I didn't even get to say thank you to you till now. It's like, what child is this? My child has really good manners. But it wasn't the reaction I was expecting. I thought she was going to be really, really upset. All of her friends were upset when they found out. They all like cried, and they didn't trust their parents anymore because their parents lied. And of course I had the one kid. He was just like, oh my gosh, all my presents that you guys bought me. Thank you so much. I love those things. And now she loves it. She absolutely loves the fact that Santa isn't real, because once we told that to her, the rule then became she also became Santa. So now every year when we do presents, me and her father, of course, pick out her presents, and then me and her pick out Daddy's presents, and her and Daddy pick out my presents. So she gets to be in on the Santa thing and be in on all the secret presents, and she thinks that's really, really fun. And we still give Santa cookies, but she gets to share. So we all sit down and eat the cookies. And she has a lot of fun filling the stockings, because stockings are the best. I love buying stocking presents. That is literally my favorite part of Christmas. There's just something about picking up the stupid little cheap presents, things that like don't matter, but just fun stuff. So like usually I'll buy my daughter, some cheap costume jewelry, like really elaborate things that you'd never wear out of the house, but just fun, girly, sparkly things. And like little things of makeup and chapstick and some socks and little toys. I think one year we got her a can of silly string or some fake snow, or just something to mess with. I have so much fun with that kind of stuff. Yeah, I hope so. Kids are so cool. I love kids. They're adorable. As long as you raise them right. There's some kids. I got lucky. I got really, really lucky. I only have the one. But I'm glad I have the one I have. And not some other kid. Because I've met some kids that I just like, how? How do their parents survive? You guys, it's 10:06. We've been here an hour and 6 minutes, which means it's time to wrap up. That also means it's tank water change day and jar water change day today. I love Saturdays so much. I think I'm gonna skip tanks today because I actually did it 2 days ago. I don't know, my water change schedule is all off. It's really, really off because we had some things pop up during the week that fell on water change days. So I was like, oh, I'll push it off a day, it'll be fine. So now everything's off, of course. But I have some fish to treat today to try and not be sick. That dropsy guppy. I hope it makes it. I really do. It's super, super pregnant. I wish it would just at least make it till it has babies. I don't have a lot of hope because dropsy, but cross your fingers. Hopefully we'll still have this guppy in a couple days. I gotta go treat number 94 and try to get his swim bladder issues fixed. Fish, you guys, sometimes fish. Just fish. Oh, I did learn something important this week. For those of you who have snails. If you've ever fed your snails broccoli, you will understand why you don't ever want to do it again. Because broccoli smells. Oh my God. So a couple weeks ago, I fed all of my snails broccoli. And I vowed never to do it again. Because my fish room smelled like a skunk died in it. I would rather smell a dead snail than broccoli water. And I like broccoli, but oh my God, there's something about it in tank water. It gets this really sour, pungent, acrid smell. So I vowed never to do it again. And about 3 days ago, I decided I was going to feed my snails. I fed them cauliflower. And it was fine. I gave them a couple little pieces to see if they would eat it. They loved it. I thought, great, I can feed them cauliflower instead of broccoli. They love that stuff. Don't know if you guys know, cauliflower and broccoli are closely related. Guess what happens when you put cauliflower in your tank? It smells. So the first time I put it in, I put little tiny pieces and my room was fine. There was no smell. So I thought, oh, this is safe. So yesterday, I put some big pieces of cauliflower in and the snails were so happy. But I tell you, by the end of the day, I had to take it out of my tank because this room smelled so bad. You could smell it all throughout the house. And it was the same stupid pungent smell that broccoli gives off. And I was just like, oh my God, no. So I came in here intent on taking the cauliflower out. And I felt really bad because every single piece of cauliflower had like 40 snails on it. They really, really like it. But I couldn't. The smell, you guys, it's just, oh, it's the worst thing in the world. And so I took it out. And I felt bad because here were these huge pieces of perfectly good cauliflower that the snails all wanted to eat. And I took them out and I looked at them for a minute and I thought, for anybody out there who has ever eaten broccoli, you know that the broccoli stem is the most pungent tasting part of broccoli. It's so much stronger than the little florets. And I thought about that. And I ended up taking all the little buds off and throwing out the stem of the cauliflower. And this morning, there is no smell. So if you ever feed your snails broccoli and cauliflower, take the stems off. Just feed them the little head parts. That's the part they like anyway. But it won't smell if you take that part off. Who knew? Learn something new. Something useful. So now I feel better giving them broccoli. I just got to take the stems off first because, oh my God, that smell. Don't do it, guys. If you're tempted and you're thinking, yeah, I'm going to try broccoli, take the stems off. My snails wouldn't even eat the broccoli. They didn't like it. They love the cauliflower. There's drumming going on. Can you guys hear the drumming? I forgot. There's a parade today. Literally, the street behind my house is having a parade, which I guess has started. So I'm gonna go because it's about to get really loud here. I don't know how long this is gonna go on. They're having a Christmas Day parade, but I can hear the drums. It's super loud. So thank you guys all for coming. Have a nice weekend. Go visit Dee's live stream tomorrow. I will be there. Hang out some more. So much work to do today. But goodbye. See you guys. Have fun.